switch on late, like. So that nobody had an excuse that I'm not going to go so well. Where did you see the switch can I got just a few weeks ago? This is worth looking at. In case that anybody says it's not too small. Now, I thought that was cute when I seen it actually, like, you know. It's, it's so, none of you has the excuse. If I want you to go to the well, you have to go. Now.
Yeah, very small.
Right, you can see over the fireplace there was a mantelpiece, and in every house that's how the people dry a pair of socks at night time or something like that in order to take the sweat out of them out of that. And the dish cloth would be the other side because there was no radiators, no heat, no nothing. There used to be a clock on the mantelpiece and a sacred heart light under the sacred heart picture that was up on the wall, like, you know. That would be the normal thing in every house at that time. And anyways, going back, nearly, like the oldest people in every house smoked a pipe nearly, because it was the only way of relaxing. They had no other way to face it. They had no radio, no television and no paper. So they thought that smoke was good.
And Tommie, no low fat.
No low fat. No low fat is right. But they thought that smoking was good for them, like, you know. But here is the pipe. See the pipes just there. You can imagine another type of pipe smoking that way. And that's, the man had lighted and he'd pass it over to his wife the other side of the fire, and she'd smoke out the same pipe. And maybe put her pulse out. But the other thing, that's how you used to get haircuts with that type of haircut. Clipper. Wait. Now, there's an old bridle that was on an ass. I'd say that was on the one that St. Joseph had when he brought Our Lady to Jerusalem. You know, it's that old, right? But anyways, there's a pig ringer. Did you ever hear of a pig ringer? No.
We did.
No, you didn't. Well, right. Every house around here had 2 pigs. Nearly every house had 2 pigs. Definitely had one for the Christmas. And they try and sell that pig for Christmas to try and pay off debts that from the year and all that bit. But if they could afford it, they'd kill one. But the pigs would be out around the house. There was no footpaths in many houses at the time, and they'd be walking around. And the pigs steadily were poking around the ground, right? So, watch this now, right? See that there? That's called a pig ring. Can you see it? Now, they get the pig, they hold the pig's head like that, and they put that on their nose. I won't put it on you, don't know. They put 2 of them on some pigs, one in each nostril, in order to stop the pigs from poking. Now, as I said before, I might have told you to me, a woman who got back had none of these, so she had to do it with her teeth. She put the pigs on the pig's nose with her teeth. You can imagine that. No. But that is supposed to be true, like that the woman done it with her teeth. But that is, you know, the middle of the things, and that's how they used to weigh things, like, you know, stillers. There's the studs that used to put on their shoes and things like that, like, I won't be delaying too long until today being so good. Now, today, every one of you has toilets in the houses now and that, like. But then people before that were, before that time, they had a mobile ensuite. Now, they had a toilet that went everywhere in the house. No. Now, as I said, when the clothes had to be ironed, anybody, if they had ironed a person's shirt going somewhere, a man's shirt or a woman's clothes and that, that's the iron. You see it? They'd stick it into fire and keep it till it was warm and run it on the collar of a person's shirt and that, like, no. But this was another one that came later. And they'd throw that into fire and heat it. And drop it back in there, called a slab, I think. And there's another type, there's 2 or 3 types of them in it. And there was one, yeah, I have another one there now somewhere as well. A more modern one like that.
I see it, yeah.
I'll come to it now again, as you say.
I already see
But
that.
that's that. Now, there was no tapes for measuring. That's why they'd be interested in that. That's how they measured everything with ruler like that there. Little jug, that should be up there actually. You might actually be bullish into because of the rain, like, you know. If they had to heat iron or do anything outside or anything like that, you know, various things, that was done by paraffin. They pump it, light it. Today they have gas torches and welders and various things like that. That's how they done that. You know. If they had to go somewhere at night time, That's called the carbide lamp. They put the carbide in there, in the bottom, right? And that's right. They put water in as well, and the water would start to drop down the carbide, and the light that way to create a haze. And that was supposed to be a great light. And they could put it on the front of a bicycle then as well. If that goes somewhere at night time on the bicycle. It's called a carbide lamp. Now, if they had cut a bit of wire or something like that, that's how they cut it. That's not too old now. That was maybe about 40 years ago. That's how they put wires. They had no grinders at the time or anything like that. Little saws, they wouldn't bother you with that. Now, something. You see that there? Can you see anything on that? Right? Right? What is that? Huh? Now you see it. That's the picture of hope. Believe it or not, that thing there. I was asked for that when I wanted them up and crossed it out of it.
Tommie.
If you were lucky enough, if you had a few cows and you sold butter, and all the for you that goes dancing around with the butter with, you had a stamp before you sold it. And everybody that was selling butter had a different stamp. So there's a half a cow there. So the next one might have the impression of something else. It might be a goat or something. Everybody had a different stamp. Now many around here didn't sell butter, but that's how it was at the time. No, that was no hatchery, they wouldn't be bothering with that. There was no handles on any doors, it was latches that was on it. That's the type of latch that was on the door. They wouldn't be locking them that time too often because there was nothing to lock in. Now, if you're going to the stable at night time, you'd light something like that with no lamp on it. You'd light no lamp and you'd have a lamp. No. I was telling you before that the people used to smoke and everything like that. They used to smoke most people used to smoke tobacco. No, that's in your youngsters in the shop at a half a quarter of tobacco. A half a quarter was 2 ounces. But if you hadn't the money, you'd get an ounce of tobacco. And in order to cut the ounce of tobacco, that's not tobacco actually, that's just on the top of the bar. No. But you would cut it with something like that there, the shopkeeper, cut it with that there, because once a night you had the light of that, or the light of that there, and some of them would cut the tobacco, and you'd go in for a bit of slab toffee. Remember the slab toffee? No. And they'd put the slab toffee with the same thing as they cut the tobacco. And that was common, you know, but everything was the same thing, like, no. Now, before I pass over, who's your favourite band? One Direction. Well, I'll put on One Direction. You haven't got the new record, have you? Well, I have the new record. Well, just, you know, I think they have some very funny things. Oh, it's very... I'll put on this one for you. Just 1 minute now, I don't play, you know. This is older than the Toothman's Tap, you know. Actually, that record there, as far as I know, it was patented in 1906. It's that old. It's today you have a CD that you can put in the dashboard of the car and there might be 20 songs in it. Is that right? That's 20 on it. That one, there's only one side to it, and there's only one song on the whole lot of it. It's that old. It's John McCormick's. It's a very precious record to be truthful about it. Like, no, I won't. No. If I put on this one for you, I'll tell you the things you have to do. That's what you have to do. This is what they call One Direction, isn't it? That's what you want on, isn't it? I hope you enjoy it, because it's a new song, and you don't want to go to Dublin to hear it. Well, they get butter. When you hear how they get louder. Now. going to buy that one? Oh, wait, wait. Oh, that's not the point of it.
Just
No, that was the type of house I was born and reared in, right? A thatched house. But two, and them houses that time, there was a double bed down the room, two double beds above, and there'd be always a bed in the kitchen. Now that is something that I would love to do, is to make one of the old Chester beds. Do you remember it? Some of you remember the old Chester beds. But, huh? But really hard to transport it. That was for making the butter. The butter, like, you know. You all remember the DDT?
it was banned.
Yeah. Yeah, DDT. There's a few things. The Ricketts Blue.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hi. I tell you, Tommie, this is so true. See them? I tell you, you'd run, definitely run if you got that fella. Do you know what that's for?
No.
You don't? This is a bigger version of it. Mammy put you across your knee and rasp you to make sure your hair was clean. You know, lice in your hair. The mother way off. Now, some of the fine combs. Razors. Will you see this? No. See that one. Can anyone tell me what that is?
Razor.
Huh?
Razor.
Huh? No. No. I'd never seen one of them until I got this one. And the person that I bought this one off didn't know what it was for. He didn't know how to use it, right? Huh? No. I'll just show you how it's worked now. Right? I wonder who can afford this one to have bought it. No. Huh? No, it's not a can opener, no. You take one lid off like that there and you do this to it. Right? You put that back on. You watch it now. You take that off, right? And there's a belt on. This is the whole stone, right? You put that on, right? Just watch this now. Screw that off. You put this on here. Shave it up. Now, you sharpen the blade every time and it probably lasts for a year. You know, because that time they couldn't afford a blade every year. You know, but I tell you one thing, from the weight of this and the whole lot of it, I don't think many of them were around here because they were so expensive. Like, you know, so, I'm running behind them. I'll get that again. Now, there's another type of razor. There's another type of fancy razor, like, you know. But I came across one there late, like, and see the size of it. No, hard thing to believe it, like, these, as far as I know, these are probably made for the time of the war, for soldiers and that, like, you know. See? You assemble the handle of it.
Is it a mouse trap?
That was the razor. No, I wouldn't be throwing them away, like, no. Because that's how it went at the time. I won't show you the open razor, that's too dangerous. There's a few things in there that, no. Yeah, there's loads of stuff there. If you want to see them later on, I'll show them to you, alright. Now, you see the Inver church up here? Inver church and this stone everything was made with stones that was quarried out of quarry. See that there? That's how they quarried stones. They put that in between the rocks and the quarries and that and keep hammering it, and you can see the belting that that has got. And they might have used a couple of them on the time, like, but that's the way they had for quarrying. There was no machines.